Alright everybody, here we are. So we are doing the Varkyn challenge. We're going for a 3-turn. So the strategy here is to berserk with A2 so that we can get lots of attacks out of her. We also want to ult with Rondo so that we can get lots of AoE attacks out of Rondo. We want to alternate Lars and Cyrus largely because it's very likely for one of them to come close to dying if not dying. And we want to use Roland to maximum efficacy here to get the ads broken, and use Chloe for her 3-hit and buff. So she will be taking an action on the second turn, and then hopefully not dying. We could change that if she gets absolutely bopped on the first turn, but here we go. I think I like Flash of Steel better rather than starting with Rush. The 5-hit strong. Unfortunately, she took all the damage, so I need her to not get hit by Varkyn. Because they will be broken with this. Alright, so we want to make sure, so they will be broken. They will not be broken. That's fine. Decent damage there. Got that break, so that's one less attack that will hit, potentially hit A2. That definitely hits. Now it's the dual slam. Alright, A2 lives here. Alright, so this might just be the clear. Alright, so here we will come from the back row with Flash of Steel to take and clean up the ads. This will absolutely be max hindering strike. Max that. And let's see if this does it. That's one ad dead. That's 2 ads dead. Alright, let's go, baby. Let's go. Bam! 3 turns. That's how we do it. Three-turn Varkyn, baby. 3-turn Varkyn. 3-turn Varkyn. Now, let's take a look at the loadout. Okay, just so that everyone gets to see, we're going to change this to 3T Varkyn. Right. Alright, we'll look at each traveler, go over their equips here. Alright, so the Sword of Fortune, obviously Holy Impulse 15%, big deal. It is a big deal. Using Tydos A4 and August A4, huge, big deal. Intimidate, 5% physical defense lowered. Obviously, August A4, he can ult on turn 1. We are using Fred's A4 and 9S's A4, as along with Fortune. We didn't actually do on that damage for this one. I didn't bother. I also didn't bother here on the triple edge. I didn't change it to the sword because I just didn't feel like it was necessary. We were using Scarecrow's A4 for the crit build. I actually forgot to put on the crit armor, the Ballin armor, which would have made that easier. We also used this Forging Sack, which is 10% physical attack with a full arm resist down is present. Roland enables that, so that's pretty fun. We used Herminia's A4, as well as Uni's A4, although this was just for the extra bow damage. That's it. Didn't even bother with putting a Chloe soul on there. Just gave her a random fortune bow. Richard, really, his accessory didn't matter. I accidentally took the other accessory off that would have enabled Rondo to do a little bit more damage, but that was a slight mistake. It wasn't really necessary. Of course, fortune. Lars, brutal is his fortune, and he's using 2B's accessory, as well as the Crimson Blade, which is the Tahir's A4, physical attack 10% for 3 turns. We are using Trish's seasoning here to empower A4, A2, excuse me, as well as Madeline to empower A2. We went over the cap there, but we were just making sure A2 does all the damage possible. And then, of course, Roland has his own A4. He's switching rows, so that's 15% physical attack to cap it out. And obviously, Crest of Bowen is just 15% polearm, but really it was just for the physical attack because I didn't have anything better. And he has raised polearm damage 15%, which, of course, Richard is capping out. So it's very fun, clear, full of ridiculous A4s. I wish you luck in your own clears, although if you do have the same team, 4 or 5 turns is certainly not only doable, but quite easy. Thank you so much.